Alrighty, you guys. So it seems that we're going to be getting a free character of our choosing, and well, one of the character that will be in the selection is, well, for me personally, it's the best DPS in the goddamn game that you can get for free, or if you want to invest furthermore into that said character. But I've got a few other things that I do want to show you guys, because obviously, you know, coming this Thursday, being the 7th, it is, I would say, the official start to the half anniversary in terms of it kind of leading into the release of Thomas and whatever we've got going on. It's kind of like the build-up, as you could say. Yeah. So first things first, we've got this material weapon card recipe of some sort, which I think I know what that's for, and I'm pretty sure you guys know too. But we'll get into that in just a second, of course. There's going to be some form of half anniversary theme type banner, of course, so there's a little bit of a look on that, of course. Black Friday boxes. Oh god, I'm curious on what that's going to do. If you guys don't know, Black Friday is on the 29th of November. Conveniently enough, that is when the half anniversary truly kicks off. I'm pretty sure I'm saying, unless my math is off, but I don't think it is. I'm hoping they do something cool with it in terms of giving us better rates and whatnot, but with typically these types of boxes, we've seen how they go about doing them, right? So you will have to wait and see on how generous they're going to be, because if I think of Black Friday, I'm thinking about sales and some good sales. So we'll see. Half anniversary free gifts every day, so I'm hoping they hand out a fair amount. I mean, low-key, they've already handed out 10k essence to us, which is very kind of them, but hey, I'll take more. So half anniversary free gifts every day, so free essence on a daily basis to be gained whenever they choose to go about implementing that. And then lastly, ruins. These two new ruins have been found. I believe buff, but I'm pretty sure they're more for survivability. I could be wrong. I think one of them might be survivability, the other one could be attack. Keep in mind with solo leveling, we still have 2 ruin slots that still need to be opened and will be catered to in future scheduled updates, as it says right there. And with that being the case, and as I've stated, whenever a new mode drops or whenever something in terms of them doing something to the blessing happens, new blessings will always get added to the game, as they did with this update. We didn't know about it, they didn't say anything about it, but I just kind of predicted it to say that they're probably going to, and lo and behold, they did. Coming back to the main focus, as you guys know, with the previous live stream that we had with Solo Leveling Arise, they stated that starts on November 14th, which is incorrect. Starts on November 7th. November 7th, alright? They even stated it on to say that this is the wrong date. So this Thursday, it all should be kicking off. We're going to be getting a coupon where we can select a character of our choosing between wind characters and dark. Now, the only character that is excluded from the wind and dark elements is Isla, which is the newest character, which makes sense, of course. Which is, imagine if they added her in, though. That would have been crazy. That would have been so dope if they did, but either way, it is what it is. Exclusive weapon summon coupons. Is this it? Could this be it? Although this is more of a recipe type deal where we can craft the weapon, so I assume that's what that is, right? Them giving us a free weapon that we can just instantly craft. But it says coupons with an S at the end, so I'm not sure what's going on here. But on top of that, we also get 50 custom weapon draw tickets. Save that, because we're going to need that for either the anniversary or December when the new weapon releases. Obviously, the water weapon that I spoke about, I think that's going to be free to play, so that will probably be given within the guild missions, of course. Alright, so I just quickly have to rewatch the live stream just to double check, and yeah, they do state that this all kicks off on the 7th, not on the 14th. Alright, so getting that out of the way and getting that confirmed, obviously the big thing that we now have to look into is the character selection that we have. So obviously we get a free wind and dark element character. Again, this is more to do with helping us with the Baron content, especially if you're struggling with it. This is an opportunity to get yourself a character that's just going to help you out. And so on the lineup is Charlotte, Harper, Hansemi, Amamiya. Wait, can I? Is there anywhere I can just? God damn it. Okay, we'll do it like this. There we go. So we've got Harper, we've got Charlotte, we've got Hansemi, we've got Jinchul, we've got Amamiya, we've got Beast, we've got Lim, we've got Tongso, we've got Libora, and that's pretty much all the characters in question. Obviously, Isla's not going to be in the batch because she's the newest character. It makes sense, although she's a one hell of a buffer. So unfortunate. I feel like if they did put her in the lineup, that would have been absolutely ridiculous. With the characters, first things first, these two not going to be in the lineup, so we can just completely get rid of them, kind of excuse these characters. Now, I would also say excuse. Oh, my Jincho's really good. To be fair, I would say I wouldn't wish on Hansemi either. She's a fairly good support, but the only thing that's really good about her is that she's basically a hand-on-hand pair for Amamiya. Outside of that, yeah, you really wouldn't. And plus, as long as you got Min and whatnot, or even Meilin, there you go. You can always resort to that. So that means, yeah, I wouldn't really waste it on Hansemi too. Now, I'm just gonna put this out there.
Target located.
These two boys have come out the woodworks to be formidable characters. It's in the same situation to how the developers treated Jinchul, because at the very beginning Jinchul was a horrible doo-doo trash character, and then all of a sudden they buffed him up, and now he's like one of the best characters, like in terms of breakage for the wind element, one of the best, like top tier. And the same has happened with both Lim and Beast, so much so that Lim, in terms of comparing it to Harper, damage wise, Lim is putting in the most effort. Now, the only difference between the two is that Harper is a better breaker, but Lim is back at it. It's just his breakage isn't as good as Harper. Damage wise though, the man is packing an absolute punch. And then of course when it comes to Beast and Charlotte, testing has been done, and Beast at times is outperforming Charlotte. That's where we've got at right now, which is crazy to say. But they are on par at most, but Beast can slightly overdo it in terms of being slightly better than Charlotte at times. I will say that. So that's something that I do want to look into. And then, of course, wait, who else? Who am I missing? Amamiya. So it's a no-brainer. I'm just going to put it out there. Amamiya will probably be the best character to choose from, because she is pretty much the #1 best DPS character in the game, like as a whole, as an overall, not just for Baron, but like in general as a whole, she is just the best DPS character. Obviously A3 is the sweet spot on where you want to get her at. If you can get her to A5, go for it. She is an absolute beast of a character, and as I've done my videos on when it comes to doing the Baron content, I went ahead and invested a little bit more, because I was still underpowered when it came to my initial run for Baron, and I just said, you know what, I'm going to go all in for Amamiya. And even at times where I was slightly underpowered, Amamiya was still performing well. And so this is one of the characters which I would highly advise you pick up, and make sure you've got her nicely done up. Get some dupes into her if you want to kind of do her up a little bit more. But if you don't have her on your account, now's your opportunity to basically get the #1 DPS character in the game. Alright, so that's going to be a no-brainer to say on who I would really push for, to say on who you should pick up. Now, in terms of just kind of throwing in other picks, because there's some might actually have Amamiya maxed out and whatnot, and might be like, you know what, I need this, I need that. I mean, ultimately, go off from what you need, you know. So, like, if for example, if you need breakers, I mean, Harper is probably going to be your best bet in terms of what I've experienced. If you are tackling more for the Baron content, and like I said, I would plan to say that in terms of breaking, Harper is the better breaker for the Dark Element, but she's just a fantastic character in terms of her role. The paralyze is so clutch. The build up to the second skill, which you can then transition to the next character, is also phenomenal, of course. Harper is just one of those better tank breakers that I would suggest to cater to, and furthermore, if you want to, have your chance to get in her. In terms of duping wise, I mean, she's got a little bit of shield play going on, which is going to be helping you out when it comes to you with your consistent hits. I mean, again, it's kind of like in the same situation to Amamiya. You know, if you can realistically get it to A3, that's when you can maximize her output in terms of damage. I mean, A2 is kind of giving you the break effectiveness, which is clearly what you want, since that's that's her main role, that's the main function. But that paralysis does play a big game in terms of just kind of safely piling on the damage when it comes to you transitioning into another set of characters and whatnot, right? Harper's just done a lot that I've personally loved, of course. Now, for that final slot, it's going to be a tough one. I mean, again, if you need windbreak, I mean, you're going to resort to get engine chill, to be fair. But I feel like if you're catering to Harper, again, this is more in the perspective of Baron, of course, then I think you'll be fine on that one. I think I would still cater to Harper on that one. In terms of Dark DPS, because it's going to be a split between Harper and Charlotte. I mean, no, sorry, Beast and Charlotte. Charlotte will probably be the more favorable option, purely because I think at the bare minimum, it's just going to be A1 that you need to cater to. Beast, on the other hand, I think it's still more on the line of him being A3, A4, and then A5. That's kind of like the margins of where you want to get him at to really get the full potential of this specific character. So it does require that little bit of investment, and plus this character's rate up banner came out during the soft launch time, so for most probably don't even have him, or they're relying on raid ups and whatnot and custom draws, not raid ups, sorry, custom draws, and him just appearing on random summoning banners to kind of invest a little bit more work into him, of course. So I think in that case, because realistically I would have fun with Beast, but just because of investment and with the current team set up for Dark Element in terms of DPS, as well as the characters that we have right now, Charlotte will fit in more just because of the ultimate rotation that you can get in. And again, it's low investment, A1. But if you want to further cater to building up Beast, now is literally the time to do so. But yeah, I would, because of the low investment, I mean, you can always resort to Charlotte. Although if you do have Beast quite nicely done up, let's say you've got him at A3, A4, hey, get it, run it, run it. Weaponry wise, I don't know what the list is, but we'll find out when it happens. I don't know if it's actually a weaponry for Sun Jin Woo or if it's a weapon for the character. If it's a weapon for a character, I mean, you're going to get it for the character that you're picking, clearly.